Welcome to the Ohmkat Video Support Center. We are happy to help you get your Ohmkat working correctly. In this video, we will troubleshoot any issues you might have with your Ohmkat Chime. To familiarize you with the parts we will be talking about, this is an Ohmkat power supply, which is designed specifically for your doorbell. The power supply has two parts: the adapter with 6 feet of wire and connector at the end, and another 6 feet of wire that connects to the doorbell. This is an Ohmkat wireless chime. The chime has two parts. This is a transmitter which plugs in at the connector points of the power supply, and this is the receiver. The receiver has 3 buttons. The top button with the volume symbol can be used to adjust the volume. The middle button allows you to select one of 36 different melodies. The bottom button allows you to select the mode for your chime: sound and light, light only, sound only. If your chime isn't working, we can go through the following steps together to troubleshoot. Let's test the chime by itself. Plug in the receiver. Connect the transmitter. Plug in the power supply. Make sure the wire ends are not touching to start. Now, momentarily touch the wire ends together. If your chime rings every time you touch the wire ends together, then your Ohmkat chime is working just fine. You can now connect your doorbell to the wire ends and press the doorbell button. If the chime does not work with your doorbell, then either the settings in the doorbell app are not correct, or you need to reset the video doorbell and add it to the app again. If your Ohmkat chime did not ring when you touched the wire ends together, then your chime is either in silent mode or has gotten unpaired. Here's how to check if your chime is in silent mode. Press the bottom mode button to check if it is set to sound and light, light only, sound only. If you made sure that your chime was set to one of the sound options, and it still doesn't ring when you touch the wire ends together, it may have gotten unpaired. Here is how to re-pair the transmitter and receiver. Make sure the power supply and the chime receiver are plugged in. Connect the transmitter to the power supply. Make sure the wire ends are not touching to start. Hold down the top volume button and you will hear 2 beeps. While continuing to press the volume button, touch the wire ends together momentarily until you hear 1 beep. This 1 beep indicates that the pairing is successful and you can release the volume button and the wire ends. You may need someone to help you with that last step. You can now test that the chime works by itself by touching just the wire ends together again momentarily. You should hear it ring now. Now you can reconnect the doorbell and make sure that the app settings are correct. With your Ohmkat chime, you can pair your transmitter and receiver with your choice of volume level and melody. Here's how. Choose the volume level by pressing the top button with the volume symbol. Choose from one of 36 melodies you like by pressing the middle button with the musical note symbol. Now that you have selected the volume and melody you would like to use for your chime, please follow the instructions on re-pairing your transmitter and receiver, and that volume and melody will be used every time you ring the doorbell. To make sure the settings in your video doorbell app are correct, check the following. For Nest Doorbell, please check these 2 settings. In your Nest or Home app, click Settings on the upper right-hand side of the app. Make sure that A. Indoor Chime on/off is set to On, and B. The setting Chime Duration is set to On and set for 1 second. Please remember to hit Save after you have adjusted your settings. Please remember that your settings screen may look different from what we've shown here, as new versions of the app are periodically introduced, but the settings should remain similar. For Ring Doorbell, please go to Settings, then Device Settings, then Home Chime Settings, and select Mechanical and Chime On. Please remember to hit Save after you have adjusted your settings. Please remember that your settings screen may look different from what we've shown here, as new versions of the app are periodically introduced, but the settings should remain similar. For any other doorbells, please make sure that if you have an indoor chime setting in the app, it is set to On. And if there's an option for mechanical and duration, it is set to Mechanical and 1 second. Please remember to hit Save after you have adjusted your settings. Please remember that your settings screen may look different from what we've shown here, as new versions of the app are periodically introduced, but the settings should remain similar. We hope your problem with your Ohmkat chime has been resolved. If not, please feel free to get in touch with us at service@ohmkat.com or send a text or leave a voicemail at 732-876-3034. Thank you.